President Muhammadu Buhari has given his backing to the declaration by the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, demanding a 12-month transition process to civilian rule in Mali. President Buhari, who attended the ECOWAS heads of states and governors virtual meeting on Friday, charged the military junta to set an acceptable timetable for a return to democratic government. In his remarks, President Buhari upheld that Mali is in a fragile state, which poses a looming danger to the citizens and the ECOWAS sub-region. President Buhari celebrated the news that former President of Mali, Ibrahim Keita, has been released from detention and is in good condition. He, however, called on the military leaders to free the remaining senior officials still in detention. President Buhari thanked former President Goodluck Jonathan for mediating in the crisis. President Muhammadu Buhari has lauded the appointment of Wale Okediran as Secretary General of Pan-African Writers Association, PAWA, saying the appointment attests to the excellent exhibition by Nigerians in almost all areas of human endeavor. In a congratulatory message to Femi Adesina, the special advisor to the President on Media and Publicity in Abuja on Friday, President Buhari described the appointment as round peg in a round hole. The President urged the PAWA Secretary General, who will be domiciled in Ghana for his tenure of office, to continue bearing high the flag of Nigeria. The Ishayi-born medical doctor and writer was a former House of Representatives member and President of the Association of Nigerian Authors. Okediran's appointment follows the death of Professor Atukwe Okai, the founding Secretary General of PAWA. The House of Representatives Committee on Works has threatened to demand revocation of the Abuja-Kaduna Road contract due to delays in its execution by the current contractors in charge. The committee said it might be forced to ask the government to re-award the contract to several other contractors to ensure that the project is completed within the lifespan of the current administration. The committee expressed disappointment with the pace of work in the Abuja-Kaduna Road 9 months to expiration of the deadline for completion. The committee members were particularly disappointed that after about 27 months since the commencement, less than 10% of the work has been completed. Chairman of the House Committee on Works, Abubakar Kabar Abubakar, who spoke while inspecting the project as part of the committee's oversight function, told the contractors they must deliver on the contract by May 2021, which is the terminal date for the contract. In an effort to allay fears expressed by the leadership of the church about the recently enacted Companies and Allied Matters Act, CAMA 2020, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo said concerns can be processed through a possible amendment of the contentious section of the law through a proposal to the National Assembly. The Vice President stated this on Thursday during a special conversation at the ongoing Nigerian Bar Association NBA Annual General Conference. KFM News continues right after this break. Stay with us.
Beautiful one, I call on you today.
Bless you.
This will become a bless you. This is when we say coronavirus when they show itself for the world there. Now time to use tissue paper or handkerchief. Take cover your mouth or nose when we cough or sneeze. This is not time to always wash your hands. Use hand sanitizer where it contain better alcohol. This is not time to give ears as in avoid me. Give me space to any person where they cough or sneeze. This is not time to protect yourself or neighbors from sickness. So if you notice anything, sharp, carry yourself for the person go hospital or call this number free of charge. You're not going to collect money for your hand. That is toll-free number for 080 00 26 7662. 080 00 26 7662. The first thing bring this other number for 080 09 70 00010. Remember, say life now says coronavirus not the show for face, so and person with their life will carry first to this message from KUFM 2.7.
has upheld the right of a female child to inherit properties of her father. The Supreme Court voided this tradition and custom on the grounds that it is discriminatory and conflicts with the provision of the Constitution. In his reaction, the Bishop Diocese on the Niger Anglican Communion, Right Reverend Owen Nwokolo, described the judgment as a welcome development. He said female children are not second-class citizens and should not be treated like one. However, the traditional ruler of Aji Autonomous Community in Igbo Eze, North Local Government Area of Enugu State, Igwe Simeon Osisi Itodo, said the Supreme Court's ruling cannot abolish the tradition and custom of the Igbos. Itodo said any attempt to implement such law in Igbo land would provoke chaos among various communities, adding that the custom is unique to the people of Southeast Nigeria and should not be touched. Akwa Ibom State Chapter of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ, has blacked out coverage of the visit of former Minister of Aviation Femi Fani-Kayode to Akwa Ibom State Governor Udom Emmanuel. In a statement signed by the NUJ Chairman Amos Etuk and Secretary Dominic Akpan, the chapter asked journalists not to attend any activity organized by the former minister. This is coming days after Fani-Kayode insulted a journalist by asking him about who was bankrolling his tour across the country, which he described as a stupid question at a press conference after his tour of Cross River State. Two teenage girls reportedly sustained gunshot injuries from policemen attempting to stop a moving vehicle in Ejeba community, Warri South Council area of Delta State. Report states that the incident occurred on Thursday afternoon around CSC Junction in the community as the operatives made frantic efforts to stop the occupant of a Toyota Camry suspected to be an internet fraudster. It was gathered one of the girls was hit on the waist while the other was struck on one of her hands. The Delta State Police Command, however, confirmed only a girl sustained injury in the incident, adding that the team flagged down the vehicle on reasonable suspicion. Its spokesperson, DSP Onome Onowakmoviera, said the policeman reportedly shot at the tires of the vehicle within the residential area, which bounced back and hit the girl. The Accident Investigation Bureau, AIB, has recovered the black box of the helicopter that crashed into a residential building in Lagos State on Friday. Officials of the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, LASEMA, were on the scene of the incident to move the wreckage as an investigation into the crash begins. While confirming the incident, the Director General of LASEMA, Femi Oke Osayintolu, disclosed that 2 persons died from the crash, with 1 other critically wounded. Oke Osayintolu stressed that people on the ground were not affected by the crash. The helicopter, the Bell 206, belongs to Quorum Aviation and came in from Port Harcourt, the River State capital, with 2 crew members and a passenger. A former Oyo State House of Assembly member, Wasiu Akimoyede, has been arrested by the police for allegedly assaulting a leader of the All Progressives Congress in Langelu local government area of Oyo State. He was reportedly arrested by a superintendent of police, Bolaji, from Zone 11, Oshogbo, Osun State. Akimoyede who represented Langelu State constituency in the 8th Assembly, reportedly broke a chair on the head of a former House of Representatives member and chieftain of APC in the local government, Remi Adebayo. Report says the incident took place on August 13th during the APC elders meeting held in the local government. Meanwhile, a source close to the police in Osun State disclosed that the former lawmaker has been released on bail to warn Femi Akintunde, a former councillor in Langelu local government, after he was given 11 days ultimatum to settle out of court or face prosecution. Coming up in a moment on entertainment, the band gets NSCDC ambassadorial role. 101.7 FM. On entertainment, Nigerian musician, songwriter, and television personality Oladapo Daniel Oyebanjo, better known by his stage name D'banj, has picked up a fresh ambassadorial role as the Agro Rangers ambassador with the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps. The 40-year-old singer announced his new role on his Instagram page. Speaking on the new role, D'banj said he finds the initiative undertaken by the Nigerian Civil Defense as another wonderful opportunity to dedicate his life and personal efforts in putting Nigeria and the collective efforts of Nigerians on the global map. He said the initiative is not only a resolution that will tackle head-on the security crisis suffered by farmers countrywide, but will also create jobs and further empower the youth to actively participate in playing a role in the system. American singer, songwriter, record producer Robert Sylvester Kelly, simply known as R. Kelly, has allegedly been attacked by another inmate inside the Chicago prison. The incident recently went down inside the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Chicago, where he has been held after pleading not guilty to dozens of state and federal sex crime charges in Illinois, Minnesota, and New York. Report states that the 53-year-old was sitting on his bed when another inmate walked in his cell and started punching him. Federal law enforcement sources said the inmate attacked R. Kelly because he was angry about the detention facility being placed on lockdown on different occasions due to the singer's protester outside the jail. After the alleged attack, R. Kelly was examined by a doctor who determined the singer was okay, as he did not suffer any broken bones or serious injuries. And that's the news. But before we go, a quick recap of the headlines. President Buhari backs ECOWAS 12-month ultimatum for transition to civilian rule in Mali. Supreme Court uphold female inheritance suit. Police bullets hit teenage girls in Delta. Do remember that the continued unity of Nigeria is a collective responsibility. Be sure to play your part. Coronavirus is real. Wash your hands regularly with soap and running water. Use your face mask while in public. Stay safe. KFM News Break was produced by Blessing Asekome. I am Benjamin Kaduri, saying thanks for listening. Good evening.
Everybody wants to know more of this and more of that. What is happening?